Hello everybody and welcome. I'm NegPrimer and we are playing Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, as you can clearly see at the top of the screen here. The reason we're doing this, and I'm sorry if there's any weird video stuff with this, it'll only run in 4:3 display mode, and I'm running it on windowed mode in order to make this all work. You might be wondering, Jedi Knight 2, what's Jedi Knight? Well, Dark Forces 2 is actually called Jedi Knight. Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight is what it's called. And then this is called Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. It's very weird. It's very, very weird, their naming system for this. The reason we're skipping over Dark Forces 2, aka Jedi Knight, is because you'll find out more about this tomorrow, because I had a similar problem with Worms Armageddon. But basically, I can't record everything that I need to record for that. It has this weird launcher system. It seemed to be a fairly common occurrence around the turn of the century, that the turn of the millennium, I suppose, that games would switch back and forth between two different resolutions. And it's actually not a problem to play. It doesn't cause any problems that way. It's just flat out a problem to record. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump into this. Like I said, I am running this on windowed mode. The video that I'm recording looks fine to me, but I do apologize if there are any weird errors as a result of it. We're gonna go ahead and do Jedi. We'll begin game. And yeah, this game, like I said, it's old enough that 4:3 display was the standard. The whole 1920 by 1080 didn't come into effect until well into the 2000s. 2005, probably even later than 2005. So, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. It is a time of relative peace in the galaxy. 8 years have passed since the Empire's defeat at the Battle of Endor, but the New Republic still struggles to restore order and vanquish its enemies. After defending the Valley of the Jedi from the evil Jarek and nearly falling to the dark side himself, former Jedi Knight Kyle Katarn has severed his connection with the Force and returned to his mercenary ways. With his longtime partner Jan Ors, Kyle continues to aid the Republic in the fight against the Imperial Remnant. As the Remnant launches its latest gambit to regain control of the galaxy, Kyle and Jan have been sent by the New Republic to investigate the planet Kajim, home to a long-dead Imperial outpost. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. For starters, the New Republic and the Imperial Remnant, those are expanded universe concepts. This game, of course, was made before even really the prequels. I'm not sure about Episode 1. Episode 1 might have come out by this point. But it does predate a lot of those.
Preparing for final approach. Whatever's causing those transmissions, it's not showing up on any of the sensors. This Imperial outpost looks as abandoned as reported.
Obviously we have cutscenes
dead as the rest
now.
of Ketchum. Mon Mothma must be getting paranoid.
Full voice acting.
She never used to send pros like us out on blue milk runs like this.
Kyle, Jan, greetings.
Mon Mothma, Kyle was just talking about you.
No doubt. I bring troubling information about your mission on Kajim.
What is that
I hate it when you say
voice?
We've managed to decode a small fraction of the transmission we intercepted earlier, and, well, listen for yourselves. I will fire. Shadow. We may have to the Valley of the Jedi. Reborn warrior.
The Valley of the Jedi?
Reborn?
We believe this transmission was intended for Galak Fayar, the suspected leader of the remnant forces in that sector. It's probably nothing more than a couple of soldiers telling tales around the glow lamp. But as you are the only survivors of the Valley of the Jedi incident, I thought it only fair to warn you that this mission may be more dangerous than we originally anticipated. Your objectives, however, remain the same. Find out what you can. Clear out any remnant forces you encounter, and may the Force be with you.
So much for the Blue Milk Run. Shh. I think I saw someone.
Okay, sorry, hold on a second. I'm gonna pause because I want to go over some of those different things. For starters, that voice is the voice of Dr. Chakwas from Mass Effect. That's where I know that noise. That voice. Most of what they're talking about is stuff that happened in Dark Forces 2. The first Jedi Knight game. The Valley of the Jedi is like a big thing that happens there. I actually don't remember the details of it. And Kyle Katarn, who's the hero of Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2, becomes a Jedi at some point during the second game. And so this game, he's decided to stop being a Jedi, and I'm now just a soldier again.
This is my last day on this shift.
Oh yeah, where you moving?
Sector 7 had an opening, so I applied.
Not bad. Should be a quiet last day.
This was really cool. You can hear them. They'll have conversations. I know, like I said, like we've gone over with other games, this was not a big deal. This might not seem like a big deal today, but when this came out, this was insane having this. So how did we get down here if it wasn't the ability to like speak up on them like that? Stun baton. Okay.
What was that? Huh? Is someone there?
That was close.
They're not the most observant. You can see, unlike Dark Forces, we do actually have to aim. Enough time has progressed. That's the thing. Oh, okay, it's like... This is also, guns used to have alt fire on them. That's kind of changed. Oop.
Blasters aren't going to do much good against that.
I'll see if I can find a way to get the door open. Wait here, Jan.
Games don't really do alt fire anymore.
Pretty tight security. Make sure you search any officers.
So weird. R switches weapons. Oh, this does heal me. Okay. So, I don't know if we'll, I think it's ways into the game before you get a lightsaber, but eventually I do get a lightsaber and stuff. And we might jump into like a multiplayer match briefly in order to show you that.
Perimeter defenses online.
Because there's a lot of stuff that at the time.
No, but you managed to get everyone's attention.
Cool. I like that. Not really sure what all that is about. Oh yeah, and the cameras. That was also a really cool thing back in the day. Like I said, this stuff doesn't seem all that cool now, but back in the day, this was kind of amazing to do that. Y'all gotta learn some respect for your roots. Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy cameras in our games. We also didn't really have turrets like this.
Well, that's one way to do it.
You young whippersnappers don't know how good you got it. Okay, I don't know if I can Okay. Oop, hello.
Kyle.
So. Oh yeah, and she'll also respond to you talking to her.
Huh?
Huh?
Stay here, Jen. Cover our back.
And having a companion like this? You have no idea. You guys have no idea. You kind of had that a little bit in like the first Half-Life, but they were
Give up, rebel.
they
You
were
can't
completely
escape.
worthless.
Get out.
Was I supposed to be sneaking?
That's one less problem to deal with.
Sneaking wasn't really that big of a thing back in these days. Not that it wasn't like, it just wasn't a thing that happened. Okay. I'm not entirely sure of what that was. Hey, grenades. What? Did I miss something? Uh-oh. It's not a good sign if we're already stuck. Looks like maybe there is actually an underground here. Uh-oh. This isn't that big. I shouldn't be getting lost. Where else could I go? Oh man, there's leaning. I don't like the looks of this. This is like a super collider or something. Ah. Getting the hell away from that thing. Well, was that all I was supposed to do is hit that? That shut down this reactor. How do I get out of here, though? Let's try. Whoa! Okay, so that did do a thing. Okay. Okay, okay. So we're back here. Yeah. Like I said, this was pretty spectacular back in the day.
Stay here, Jen. Cover our back.
Okay, I'll wait here.
Give up. You can't escape.
Great.
And granted, she's not doing a lot, but she is helping at least.
That was close.
I think she actually might have killed him. Man, the stormtroopers. Very rudimentary AI. These guys are crazy. They're crazy. Saying you had grenades. I don't know that many games had grenades before this. First-person shooters, I should specify. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's try that again. I don't know if that... Does that come all the way out? Okay. So we blew that up. Again, this is stuff that most certainly was a thing. Was new back then.
We're under attack! Send reinforcements!
Is there a way for me to turn off the alarm?
I
Spread out and find
it.
They're stormtroopers, so it does kind of make sense that they'd just be standing out in the open. That's what stormtroopers do. Okay.
Let's see some ID.
See some ID. Hello. Trying to threaten me. Oh, I'm kind of just running around haphazardly. It's a gonk droid. Oh yeah. You can see it reacts to me shooting on the wall, it leaves a smudge mark. Again, this is all stuff we expect nowadays. But a lot of this was...
Kyle, the schematics show that the base is divided into 3 sections.
Is it? Secret area, huh? Ah! Mouse droid! That scared me. Come down. She said it's divided into 3 sections. Do I have a map? But you can see, it's kind of it's kind of bad that it starts off telling you about that you'll have force powers. You can see it also gives you a bunch of information about the different weapons that you can use. Someone heard me. Hold on. Haha. Hold on. Da da da. Yeah, so you can see how this game has improved dramatically from the last. And it's interesting.
It's offline.
It's interesting to note
It's offline.
how much
It's offline.
games progressed back then. You can tell
It's locked.
the progression between between Dark Forces and Jedi Knight 2 is almost more dramatic than between Jedi Knight 2 and the modern games today.
Throw down your weapon!
It's locked.
And iron sights. We don't have iron sights anymore. How's it drawing the crosshair too, I wonder?
It's offline.
I'll die for sure if I jump down there. What am I missing?
It's offline.
I know it is. Man, I really wish they'd make another one of these games, though. But they're never going to again, because now this is not canon. Even though the canon sucks. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about how the canon of Star Wars is bullshit now. I'm sorry, I cannot accept anything in which... Hi. Ow. That reflects pasta back at me. Again, really cool back in the day. Let's talk about a canon that accepts the prequels as official and not the Thrawn trilogy or anything else. I know why they do that, but it's bull. It's baloney. Also, controversial opinion time. Episode 7 is not that good. It's okay. Light amplification goggles. Unless I missed something downstairs, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Episode 7 was okay. It was good. It was very, very J.J. Abrams. It was exactly what I would have expected from it. It was perfectly servable. It was a lot of fun, and it was completely derivative. It was. Am I missing something up high? It was by no stretch of the imagination a bad movie. It just wasn't anything special. It was... Who even remembers it at this point, right? Am I right? Okay, if I can't find something here in a minute, I'll try going down one more time.
It's offline. It's offline. It's offline.
How do I get up there? That's what ultimately has to be done. We'll check down in the basement once more to see if I maybe missed something. Because it did give me those light amplification goggles that I don't know how to use. How do I use those? Inventory. Keypad left. Okay.
Disturbance was reported in Sector 10 this morning.
What sort of disturbance?
Hey, shoot it!
Okay. Hello.
Looks like an Imperial code.
Oop. Yes. Okay. So yeah, you can tell some pretty wild stuff here. See, not control. So it looks like a box with a thing on the left, on the right. Sorry. Okay, so I think that gives you kind of an idea of what this game is about.
It's offline. It's offline.
Did that not actually do anything? I feel like I'm supposed to blow up that blue thing down there, but I tried shooting it and it didn't have any real reaction. I threw a thermal detonator at it. Why did the music perk up right there? It's also, it has John Williams' score to this game.
It's offline. It's offline. It's offline.
And you know that just makes everything better. But yeah, going back to that, it accepts the prequels. I mean, come on, the prequels, the prequels. The prequels need to be forgotten about. I don't think they're as terrible as most people do, if we're being honest. Oh. Oh, okay. Is that just all I forgot to do? Yeah, I don't think the prequels are as bad as a lot of people do, but they still just aren't, they aren't good, that's for sure. And a lot of the EU stuff is crap, I know that. I'm not in denial that the EU is sometimes just dog shit. But the Thrawn trilogy was great. These games were great. Knights of the Old Republic was better than anything else, except the original trilogy. Even that is kind of debatable. Oh! Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Old Republic, which is an ongoing thing, and you can see save games. Save games! We're quite a ways back. Although now we know what we're due, it might not take as long. But still, games didn't used to have very good save systems, so they would have like a quick save that you had to bind. Kind of like how you have to play Fallout these days. That was loud. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna abandon game. And we're going to... No. Didn't this have... Wait a second. Didn't this have multiplayer? Or is it a whole different component? Oh man, I can't skip out of this.
It's not showing up on any of the sensors.
Oh no, it's taking
this Imperial
screenshots.
Outpost looks as abandoned as reported.
It's as dead as the rest of Texas.
Okay,
Mon
people.
Mothma must be getting paranoid. She never used to send
Well,
pros like us out
I guess we're gonna call it quits
like
there.
Kyle, Jan,
So
greetings.
thanks everybody for watching.
Kyle was just
We'll
talking
check
about
back
you.
in next week for
No
another
doubt. I
episode
bring troubling
of
information about your mission on
Jesus,
Ketchin.
where we'll go over
hate
Jedi
when you
Academy
say
next
troubling.
week. So thanks for watching. Have a
We
good
managed
one.
to